Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal Idunyate, and today I am excited to dive back into my October Daily album from 2021. My albums are actually totally completed from last year, but I never had a chance to post up the rest of my videos. So I have from day 23 until day 31 to share with you, and I'm excited to do so throughout the month of September, getting us excited and ready for the new season of October Daily to arrive. For today's story, I am documenting an advent calendar that I purchased last year in October. This was an advent calendar from a sticker company called Pipsticks, and it came in this really awesome packaging that I thought I could repurpose to create a page that actually documents the advent calendar itself. So the way that this advent calendar worked is you would lift up these different flaps in order to get a sticker sheet from underneath. On the underside of the flaps, there were oftentimes some journaling prompts associated to whatever was behind it, or just ways to help you document different portions of your October. Then there, of course, was the front packaging and the back. I went ahead and took everything apart, and in between the sections of the cardstock was this chipboard frame. One of the frames I kept to use for a future project at some point just because it looked really cool, and the other portion I threw away because it wasn't set up quite as nice. So once I had all of the pieces removed off of the cardstock, I took a portion of the front and cut it down to roughly 4 inches by 8¼ inches. So this is going to become the front flap for a flip out that will hold my journaling on the back side and will reveal a photo that I had taken of all of the stickers that came inside of this year's, or the 2021 advent calendar from Pipsticks. In addition to taking the patterned, so it was like a star pattern that I'm going to use as my flap, I also wanted to grab some of the word art from the front cover so I could fussy cut it out and make a title piece out of that. One of the sections had the black and white stripe at the top with a little bit of orange underneath. You can see me cutting those into some pieces that I might be able to use in a future project potentially. And then I also kept to the side the little Pipsticks black flag, which is their icon for their company. And then I've got a phrase that says Happy Halloween and then the sticker countdown. For the flap that's going to hold my journaling, I cut out a piece of pattern paper at the same size, that 4 inches by 8¼ inches, and then I'm adding my journaling into the center of that. So therefore my white cardstock with the journaling on top has this little black and white polka dotted frame, and I really like the way that it contrasts my journaling itself. Then I decided to take some of the stickers that actually came inside of the advent calendar to build a Halloween scene down in the bottom section. There was one set in particular that allowed you to create your own haunted house. I loved these little buildable sets. There was another one that came in the kids' Pipsticks that my daughter got, and I want to say it was maybe building a trick-or-treater or something to that extent, but they're just really fun to play with. So for this one, I am adding all the different components of the haunted house and building in the background behind it with a little cemetery. I will add some fencing and some pumpkins to it. Later, I will pull out another sticker set, but I don't think you'll actually see it, where I will find a little Halloween character driving in, I believe, a pumpkin car, something to that extent, that will go to the left of the haunted house. And it's just a really fun way to document this advent calendar, but to also actually use some of those stickers that came in the set. Once I have all of the stickers on there the way that I like, I will bring it up to the camera so you can see a little bit closer right here how it all turns out. There's a lot of holographic looking stickers on there, which just add a little bit more interest to the page as well. For the top portion, to create a title piece, I am fussy cutting out the little Pipsticks black flag, and I will add that into the top center of the journaling. Underneath that, I have a really old Tim Holtz chipboard piece. I still have a healthy collection of those that I use year after year, and I believe this one says Lost and Found. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's what it says. So I will put that underneath the Pipsticks flag, but above the journaling, just to add in some more solid black, which just, for me, that helps to break up all of the color and the busyness. I like having some simple lines and some of that strong black color on the page. So we'll stick that on there. And then we're going to be just about ready to start creating the interactive flip portion of this page. In order to do that, I pulled aside a piece of plain copy paper, so really thin, regular paper that you would print on at home. I cut that down to 2 inches by 8 1/4 inches and then folded it in half. So each of those little flap sections are 1 inch wide. I added the back side of the flip out there, or the photo part, to one half of it and my journaling to the other half of it. So then those two pieces close in on top of each other, and I can use the first part that I cut out here, so this star pattern from the packaging, is what's going to go on top of where you see the butterflies right now. So that will finish out the flip out. Before I do that, I am going to go ahead and add my title on here. I took the longer strip that says Happy Halloween, and I'm turning it into a flag type banner, and that will go, I believe, at the top of the flip out portion. Then I'm going to use my precision scissors here to fussy cut out the words sticker and countdown, and so I can layer the 3 of those on top of each other to create my title piece for this layout. Once this is all done, and I'm just using double-sided adhesive to stick everything down, and I also like to use this cutting mat to help me center everything onto the page. It just gives me a really clear visual on where everything should go in order to fit the right scale, right? So once I get all of this stuck down, then we're going to go ahead and adhere it to the back side of the journaling in order to finish out the flip out. And that will leave me with the last thing for this layout, which is going to be finding a number for the day. With my October dailies and my December daily projects, I do really enjoy the look of having my layouts numbered. The numbers do not always represent the day that something happened. Rather, they just represent the number of the story inside of the album. So this is going to be number 23, if I am remembering correctly, which just represents that this is the 23rd story that I have told for the month of October. The kit I had long before the 23rd, and I had been opening those up for the first 13 days of October, because I think it was a 13-day Advent, which makes sense, being October and the 13th being quote-unquote unlucky. Once that's done, this layout will be completed. I hope you enjoyed seeing how this came together. If you did, I would love a thumbs up on this video down below, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Until next time, friends, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope you're feeling excited for the season of October to be upon us, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye, friends.